All right, Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
All praises, honor, and glory be to Yahweh,
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem, Rakah, HaKodash. A double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who rule and teach well through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, who teach the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai diligently and sincerely. So like a double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who rule and teach well through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, who teach the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai diligently and sincerely. And my mind is kind of moving a little fast. As you can see, we got brothers on the stream from various different camps. We got the brother from St. Louis. We got the brother from Florida. Gmssalt. And then it's us brothers. Here from the D. That we're about to do pretty much a video on net neutrality and the famine of the world. But a peace, love, and mercy be unto you, elect Hakim, that throughout the four corners of the world, who pushes truth diligently and sincerely, making sure that this word get out to the ears of the elect, because according to if somebody can get Revelations the 7th chapter on deck, according to Revelation the 7th chapter, the elect must be sealed in their foreheads before that great destruction comes, which we're looking forward to. We're not in the spirit of wanting to be here in America and to continue on in this place. This place is a vexation to us. We hate this place. We hate the fact that this devil is ruling over us, and we hate the fact that these heathens are ruling over us. Because it's not just Esau, even though Esau is a top, the top guy that's ruling over us. But then you got these other nations that are taunting us. They come up to us talking shit. They look down on us. We just experienced two slaves, all right? Because that's exactly what they're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. They came up to our camp talking shit, and was proud as hell. There was no fear inside of them. And who do they learn that from? Whose vibration, whose rulership are they imitating? They're imitating Esau's. Esau gives women and nations the free range and liberty inside of America to do whatever they want. And this place is dwelling carelessly, but this place is about to be destroyed. The Most High is going to visit it, and he's going to take it down the same way he took down Egypt. But before the destruction comes, one thing has to happen for certain, and the elect has to be sealed up, which we have to be very close to the elect being sealed up. And what proves that is the fact that they're trying to push for this net neutrality bill to be passed in April, April 23rd, April 24th. And what does that mean? That means that we won't have the liberty to use the web the way that we were using to push the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, which was given to us as a tool from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to make full proof of the ministry. It's through this web that we were able to push the word throughout the four corners of the world. Can somebody grab Acts 1 and 6, Baba Kasha? Go ahead and read that in Revelation 7. Hey, when you can get a precept come to mind, hey, just bring it out.
It's Revelation 7 and 1.
Can you grab Jeremiah 51, Baba Kasha?
Revelation 7 and 1. After those things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel.
And that wind being the thermonuclear destruction, which is going to happen by intercontinental ballistic missiles. Here it is. You got America just put the toughest the toughest ever sanctions on North Korea. And China's upset, at the fact that they put those sanctions on them, and North Korea is also upset. And they're basically saying that if this progress, then it could lead to thermonuclear war. It could lead to war. You know, and we know that this third world war is not going to be fought with sticks and stones, man. It's not going to be fought with garments rolled in blood. You know, it's not going to be fought with confusion of noise. It's going to be fought with fuel of fire. And what is that fuel of fire? That fuel of fire is the thermonuclear destruction. Jeremiah 51 and 1.
What you want to ask?
Finish up in Revelations, but that was Acts 1 and 6.
1 and 6.
Kind of go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. Verse 2, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
And this is talking about all of these kings and these rulers of these other nations. You know, they're gonna fan Babylon with that thermonuclear wind. You know, that's that destructive wind that's gonna come upon this place that we're in right now. And it's all the judgment of the Most High Heavenly Father. You know, but before that wind comes, the elect has to be sealed up. And the Lord has been sealing up the elect via, you know, beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone and all of us brothers making these video epistles to go out into their ears, whether they're in America, whether they're in South America, whether they're in Mexico, whether they're in Puerto Rico, whether they're in Cuba, whether they're in Haiti, whether they're in Africa, Kenya, whether they're in Nigeria. No matter where they are throughout the world, these videos reach into their ears, you know? No matter what language they speak, these videos reach unto them. And guess what? They wake up to the truth. They wake up to the fact that they're Israelites. First, because they're already part of the elect, and all it took was for them to hear that word and those feathers to fall off of their eyes, and them to wake up to the truth. And then they get that their interest is sparked, and they begin to do more and more research, look at more and more videos, and eventually they get inspired to go out on the highways and hedges to do the same thing that we're doing. You know, we haven't had to get private jets. We haven't had to, you know, get first class tickets on airplanes to go around the world to push this truth. We can do it right here from the comfort of our own homes. But then we go out on maybe Saturdays, Fridays, Sundays, Tuesdays. I was just talking to another brother, you know, seeing if he wanted to join in on the live stream, and you know, he was like, we're downtown at camp. We're camping right now. So we don't need vehicles, you know, transportation to get this message throughout the four corners of the world. What do we use? We use this internet. And right now, before this internet gets shut off, you know, which it was through the spirit that Apostle Tahar put out the decree for brothers to do at least 3 videos a week. You know, which is nothing. We really should be doing more. But the fact that they're about to push this net neutrality thing, that just goes to show you that hey, this is truly the year of prophecy. And it was through the spirit that he put that decree out. Just to push this thing, you know, because the time is coming where this internet is not going to be accessible anymore. And when all hell is breaking loose, all of the prophecies that we prophesied about, the time of Jacob's trouble, the time that will come upon all nations, you know, what's going to happen? Men are going to be fearful, and they're going to be looking for answers. It ain't going to be no YouTube to go to, you know, to be able to look up GMS videos. You ain't going to see men out on the street corner anymore, you know, preaching that you go up to and get answers. You're going to be SOL. You're going to be shit out of luck. You got more?
Yeah.
Okay.
This Revelation 7 and 2, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice, to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, "Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their forehead."
And how close are we to that third world war, to that thermonuclear destruction? And we got to be real close. And the elect has to be very close to being sealed up. If they wasn't, things wouldn't be turning up the way that it is in the spirit. You know, the Most High wouldn't be allowing these devils, because it's the Most High that controls the mind of these devils, that put it in their mind to do certain things. Can somebody grab Proverbs, the 21st chapter, Baba Kashan?
This is Proverbs 21. Proverbs 20, verse
21 and 1.
This is Proverbs 21 and verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
God, so the mind of these elites, the mind of these Edomites that's ruling over right now, their minds is in the hand of the Most High as a river. You know, he turned it wherever he will. So whatever agenda the Most High has, they're gonna accomplish it and do it. You know, because the Most High is gonna make them do it. So it's the Most High that's making them shut off the internet. No, you Akim got any precepts?
Khan, I got one. I'm sure brothers on it. This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. It's that prophecy. It says, "Behold, the day comes," saith the Lord Yahweh, "that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." And what that tells you is that right now that the Lord's words are available, like he was mentioned via the internet and out there in the highways and byways. But the Lord said there's going to be a time where his words are not going to be so easy accessible. And the only way to do this is to control the internet, which we all know the so-called white man wants to control everything anyway. And really, I think it was one of those Rockefellers, they said that the internet shouldn't have been invented. You know why? Because all exposure comes out with exposure, you know, of them, their hidden society, their agendas. It's just getting more and more exposed. Even Esau exposing, you know, Esau and their agendas. So yeah, so the internet, the so-called white man would have to put a stop to the internet to keep this word from going out. And hey, that's prophecy being fulfilled. It says, and they shall wander, verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even into the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. And we all know that the message that's getting out there is brought to the people by the Most High's messengers, which is us, the men. You know, so in order for the word to be hidden, the Most High has to hide his men, which he's going to prophesy in that day too. So, yeah, kind. And I think it's another scripture where it says that they actually ask, like, "Has a man of understanding walked through here and there?" I can't find it.
I think that's 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter.
Oh, okay. I was holding that too.
Khan, is there any that have understanding in thee? 5 and 10.
I can read it because I was holding it too. Because the first verse goes into it. Not to cut any brothers off or anything. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5 verse 1. It said, "Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith." Because that barren of faith is the point I want to get to, because it's going to get so bad out here that the land's going to be barren of faith, because it's going the whole society is going to be turned upside down, that people are going to no longer believe in their gods. You know, they're gonna believe that the Most High just forsaken this place. That's how bad it's going to be. And it says they're going to be taken in number. Shows you what? Martial law. You know, martial law happens. That means we can't be out there on the streets, right? So then men and women are going to be looking for those men, and they won't be able to find it, you know? And it says bearing the face, so that's how bad it's going to be, to where these Christians and even these other people who believe in their false religions
Salaki, but Yahushua said that when he comes, shall he find faith on the earth?
Yeah. So that's how bad it's going to be toward the people in the earth. And the same ones in the concentration camps are going to think that God just straight up forsook this place. You know, I made a video on it the other day. You know how they got those movies, and the movies can be about anything. You know, they monsters or whatever. If it's a real bad case, you always got that one person in there that says, you know, God will save us. But then you also got that other person that say, God isn't real. If God was real, look at this. It wouldn't be like this if there was a God. So it's gonna be just like that in that time. The land's gonna be, you know, barren of faith. That's how bad it's gonna be. I think that was verse 10. It says, and it says, and shall be sought of many. Is that verse? Yeah, verse. Yeah, I started at 10. It says, and shall be sought of many, yet not be found. Then shall the unrighteous and the incontinence be multiplied on the earth. One land shall ask another and say, is righteousness that maketh the man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say no. And at the same time shall men hope and nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. So, hey, that's a heavy prophecy, man. It's gonna get that bad where these people are gonna actually look for righteous men. You know, they're going to show you that already righteous men are scarce out here, because really the only real man left is the elect 144,000, Lord willing, with those men. So right now we're a laughing stock, but the Most High is going to flip it to where we're going to be sought, you know, because the righteousness of men is going to be so scarce. So that's
make a man more precious than the gold wedge of Ophir.
God.
Yeah,
Brothers.
because in that time, the Most High is going to do so much killing. No, these are about to be very, very, very fearful times that we enter into. There's going to be a lot of death and bloodshed. There's going to be a lot of lamentations. There's going to be a lot of mourning. We're going to see we're going to see different kind of deaths, man. Things that you never imagined you would see before. Happening to men, happening to women. It don't matter. The Most High is not gonna, have a respect of person in that time. He's not gonna care if you're an old ass senior citizen. He's not gonna care if you're a man or woman. He's not gonna care if you're a child or a baby. You know, the Most High ain't gonna let his angels spare. You know, and the people that he put the spirit of vengeance on, to do all of the terrible things, you know, for his vengeance. You know, but this net neutrality thing really is happening because we've been pushing this word out so heavy to the fact that it's undeniable that we're the Israelites. We're exposing Esau. We're showing who he truly is. Like the scripture says that his shame shall be shown. You know, his skirt is being pulled up over his head. There's another scripture in I want to say there's Proverbs in 26th chapter where it says that his wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation. Well, who are the ones that are exposing him? You know, so he has no choice but to shut off the internet. You know, because we've been a nuisance to this devil by way of pushing this truth via the unicorn. You know? Anybody got anything?
So, you know, and I ain't trying to make this about myself, but it was funny because my mother called me about 3 days ago, you know, just quick testimony. She was like, I had a dream last night. And so I'm like, what was your dream about? And she's like, well, I was out and, you know, she knows that I teach on the corners or whatever, but, you know, she be in the world and stuff. But I'm like, she's like, well, I was searching for you and I couldn't find you, you know? And I told her, like, you know, Mama, that's a prophecy, you know, that's Amos 8:11. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's not just you like trying to find out where I'm at. You know, that's what's happening nowadays to the what's going to happen to the men of the Lord, man. Lord willing, you know, he's going to take us off those corners, man. We're not going to be out there feeding people with knowledge and understanding, just so they can, you know, whether they hear or they forbear, man. We gonna tell them, but the Lord's gonna take us off those corners. Just like I got a precept, the quick story of Elijah. This was First Kings 17:1, and Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord power of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. So the Lord was about to take the rain, the dew, the food out of there, and you know, what did he tell Elijah to do? And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, get thee hence and turn thee eastward and hide thyself before the brook Cherith that is before Jordan. So, you know, he told Elijah to hide himself because it was a great destructive times coming into the men of the Lord, man, coming into Elijah, the prophets, you know. And it says, and it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I've commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So, you know, that's when we are taken away and, you know, martial law comes, Lord willing, he's going to protect us. He's going to find a way to feed us. He's going to give us he's going to give us the things that we may need. And that's why certain things like fasting are so important, because you know, we might not eat every day. It might not be a daily thing, but that's why the Lord strengthens our spirits. And so we'll be able to do those things when the time comes at hand. You know, so he was fed by the ravens. So the Lord even commands the birds to serve him. You know, he that's what people don't understand, that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua rules all, man. He rules this whole planet. He can make anything do whatever he wants. And so he had the raven come personally to Elijah to feed him, man. And he says, so he went and did according unto the word of the Lord, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. So while the rest of the world was starving, didn't have food, didn't have water, you know, Elijah was fed, and he was he wasn't thirsty, man. You know, and that's the things we hope and pray for through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And all those that don't have the understanding of the scriptures, they're not going to get that flesh. And that's the word, the wisdom, with the food and the water, you know, because the scriptures ultimately is that food and that water that's going to, you know, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability at our times, you know, but he's going to give the men of the Lord what they need to get through those tough times, man. Absolutely.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. And hey, just to throw this out there as a side note, Amos, you want to be linking up with as many brothers as you can. You know, because there's not going to just be killing of just people that's outside of the truth. You know, the nation of Edom, the Gawanyam, the Yabinau, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, but there's also going to be killing of the men of the Lord, man. And because of this great time of Jacob's trouble, this great time that's about to come upon the earth to try all men, hey, we're going to be scattered. Hey, the scripture talks about how you shall desire, that you're going to desire to see another person, and you won't be able to see him. You don't know where you're going to end up, and how this is going to really, you know, but how it's really going to affect you. But you know it's going to change. This is a life-changing thing that we're about to experience. It's about to disrupt a lot of people's shit. You got a lot of people that are awake, that they're gonna wake up. It's gonna seem like a normal day, and it's just gonna catch them off guard. Hey, because like the brother mentioned, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time. Well, hey, the scripture says it mentions how our teachers are not gonna be removed in the corners anymore, right? And that I shall see thy teachers. Where are our teachers teaching that? They're teaching via the unicorn. You know, the apostles of Great Millstone are teaching via what is known today as the internet, as well as the elders that come up under them, as well as the captains that come up under them. You know, trickling all the way down to us brothers, man. So we're right here in everybody's face. Everybody has access to the internet. Almost every single body has a smartphone, man, or a computer, no matter where they are in the world. So you can't tell me that everybody everywhere hasn't heard or came across this truth. You can't tell me that. So all of these people here it is. If they're Israelites, this is a message for them. This is for their welfare. This is for their benefit. But are they taking heed to the message? Hell no. This truth has all the answers of what to do in a time of trouble, or what to do before the time of trouble. But are they taking heed? No. So when they caught off guard, what's the first thing they're gonna do? They're gonna try to figure out a way to make sense of what the hell is going on. Tells you in Wisdom of Solomon, I want to say that's the 17th chapter. Matter of fact, let me grab it. But it says that fear is nothing else but the betraying of the succors. This is Wisdom of Solomon 17:12. For fear is nothing else but the betraying of the succors which reason offereth, and the expectation for within being less counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. So these people are going to be ignorant of what the hell is going on. Now I'm speaking about these Israelites. They're not going to know why are there army troops in the streets? Why can't I go to the grocery store and get groceries for me and my kids? Why can't I get Similac or some Gerber food for my baby? Why am I not able to leave my house? Why am I stuck in the house? Why did these army troops rape my wife? Why did they kill my neighbors? And these people are going to be so afraid because they're not going to have the answer to why that shit is going on, man. They're not going to put their trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They're not going to turn and humble themselves and repent for their sins and the iniquities and call on the name of Yahweh and Yahushua. You know, but guess what? It's going to click in their mind. Man, I heard these guys that used to be out on a street corner preaching. You know, these are similar things to what they were saying. Let me see if I can find a way to go and meet up with them, so that they can make me understand what's going on. But are they going to be able to find those men? Hell no. Hell no. And they're going to rightfully receive their judgments, man, because when the doorway of repentance was open unto them, they didn't walk through. They didn't choose repentance, but what did they choose? They choose to live a nice lifestyle, man. They choose to live in pleasure.
They choose death.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Any of you, I can get a precept?
I got
Oh, go ahead, bring it up.
You got something, Karatazar?
Oh, Khan, yeah, but the brother, he could bring his up.
Okay, Khan.
All right, this is well, I'm gonna read this because you said how hey, we're gonna be scared too, you know, because you know we're the target as well. You know, part of the reason that they closing the internet, wanting to control the internet, is because of us. You know, and best believe they have a plan on dealing with us too. You know, on a physical level. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place, and in the city, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." And an insurrection is like, you know, a rebellion, or a group, like a government or whatever. You know,
Khan, I got the definition for you.
Go ahead.
Khan, this is insurrection. It says a violent uprising against an authority or a government. Rebellion, revolt, uprising, mutiny, revolution, insurgents, riot, sedition, subversion. Let's see. This one, I like this one right here. It says civil disorder, unrest, anarchy.
So you're gonna have, you know, it's talking about the actual, you know, government ethos. So you're gonna have their own forces looking to come against those that fear the Lord. Meaning that's going to be their specific targets. You call yourself a Hebrew Israelite, time to be off the name, or, you know, off with your head. You know, so hey, the Lord. That's why it's you got to fear the Lord, because the Lord basically says, well, you know, my servant shall eat, which we'll probably pull that out. But at the same time, he's not, you know, guaranteeing you, escape from death. You might be put to death for this thing. That might be your test of faith. You know, because scripture talk about martyrs. That's why the Lord said, "Pray ye always that ye are may be able to find worthy to stand or see that day." You know, because you don't know, and that's part of that fear. So that scripture tells you right there that the Most High is going to allow Esau to ride on those that for the Lord. So He gonna allow him to ride on brothers. You know.
Con.
And I got the definition for anarchy as well. It says a state of disorder due to absence of non-recognition of authority. And the word anarchy is a compound word, and archos, which means without ruler. You know, so we're talking about a collapse of government. We're talking about civil unrest, civil disorder. We're talking about no police. You might pick up the phone and call 911, you know, because your husband just got killed by your neighbor, and one of us might pick up the phone. You know, ain't nobody coming to save you. Hey, the police ain't coming for you.
New phone, who this?
New phone, who this?
Jeremiah 15:2.
God. Hey, the brother just said the same thing. Hey, go ahead and grab that. All
right. This is Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
God, that's
you know,
right.
That's the FEMA camps. Go to the FEMA camp, you know.
That's right. Hey, you know what we're going to tell them, right? You know, we're going to tell them the same thing that you just said. And for people that's trying to get answers from us in that day, we're going to tell them to go to the buyers and buy. You know, because all the time when it was an opportunity to you know, stock up on extra oil, the oil being what? It being the scriptures. You know, basically putting that knowledge in your reservoir, so that when the time to drink of it comes, you know, you don't have to worry about running out. You don't have to worry about your light going out. But now you got certain guys who even was a part of this. You know, they fell out. Here it is. Things are really picking up. Prophecies are really picking up, and they fell out. They're not in the spirit of going out and pushing on the street anymore. You know, they're not in the spirit to make 3 videos. And here it is, things is about to pick up. So hey, they're gonna try to. Matter of fact, I don't even think that they're gonna even try to come back to the truth. They'll probably turn to go back to what they were doing prior to the truth. They'll probably try to go into Christianity, call on Jesus. But Jesus ain't coming to save you, man. Jesus ain't saving people in Dallas. You know, when that gunman came up, or the people, what was that? When that black church got shut up, what was that? Carolina, somewhere around there. Jesus ain't coming to save you, niggas, man. Jesus is gonna be the one with the AR-15 blasting at y'all.
Yeah.
You gonna say, well, damn, Jesus let off a whole clip at me.
Yeah.
He gonna have crackers with that long hair, who fucking beards looking like Duck Dynasty. Clapping that niggas in the
hood, man.
Yeah. with Jesus with my whole shirts on.
Yeah.
Like, damn, Jesus got an AR-15.
Yeah.
God, go ahead. I think Malak was holding one though.
Yeah, I just got 2 quick ones. Because when the famine of the word happens, all right, it's going to get to the point where we're not going to be allowed on the streets. So basically, we're going to disappear, all right, for a while. All right, then, you know, whatever, like the brother was saying, whatever the men of the Lord have to go through, whether they get put to death, all right, or whatever their lot is. But for the most part, like you're not going to be able to come out and just see us like how it is now. We go out every week. We out there. people know us. They, oh, that's them. They out there every week. Oh, they gonna show up at this time. Very soon, it's not gonna be like that. You're gonna come running and hunting for the word, and it's gonna be that Amos chapter 8 that the brother brought out earlier. You're not gonna be able to find it. All right, we're not gonna be as easily accessible and readily available as we are now. So I got this. This is Proverbs 18, 18 and 10. The name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. All right, and I got another one. But since we've been doing this work this whole time, when the tribulation comes, the thing that we've been looking for, we're gonna run into the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We're gonna be good. Like when you playing baseball, when you see them run into the diamond and they get on it, and then what the umpire yells, safe. All right, we're gonna be good and clean, protected while y'all out here screaming, bugging. Oh my God. But you know, motherfuckers getting their heads blown off. That's you're gonna hear a whole lot of that. Oh my God. You're gonna hear that from atheists and agnostics, you're gonna hear that from faggots, from trannies, from murderers. You're gonna hear hardcore gangbanging thug niggas screaming out, oh my God, while they running in the
Yeah.
I got another one. Psalms chapter 63. I'm gonna start straight to it, verse 7. Because thou hast been my help, therefore in the shadow of thy wings will I rejoice. All right, so we're gonna rejoice in the shadow of the wings of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We're gonna be ducked off somewhere, giving all praises that finally these prophecies is happening. Finally, we get to see you people die. All right, Mark of the Beast is out here. You motherfuckers is in FEMA camps getting hemmed up and gymmed up. All right, you wretched women is getting stomped to pieces on the middle of the streets. All right, we're gonna be rejoicing and giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai off somewhere while y'all out here getting y'all asses handed to y'all. Okay, that's all I had.
Yeah, I got this is Matthew 25 and 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And the five of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. So they didn't have, basically in a sense, they didn't have the truth. They didn't have the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai on them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps, because that's what keeps the fire burning. That's what keeps that's fuel to the fire, basically. That's what keeps the lamp going. If you have a lamp with no oil, it's good for nothing. You can't light it. It won't burn. It won't do anything. It'll just be a lamp. You'll be having an empty lamp doing nothing. Oh, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out and meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. Verse 9, but the wise answered, saying, not so, because we can't share with you. There's not enough for the both of us. You got to get the oil while you can, because when that time come up, great death and destruction, Yahweh Shem Yahushai isn't going to have this truth readily available as it is now. It's not going to be, the prophets are right there. They're on 34th Street, or they're wherever brothers preach at it. That's where they at. It's not going to be as it's been. Least there be not enough for us and you. So it's not enough for the both of us, man.
Got a precept for you.
You got
that. This is Proverbs 21 and 20. Can you speak on it? It says, there is a treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but the foolish man spinneth it up.
Yeah, the foolish man just spins it up, man. Rather than keeping it and holding it, or basically, or trying to make more, like Yahushua said, take the talent and basically build with it. Basically, roughly paraphrasing what Yahushua said with the talent. The foolish don't do nothing. When he splurges and burns out at the end, and now what? He's broke. He broke his health and broke down. Now he out there in the streets. But the wise man takes it, puts stocks to it, build with it. That's what the wise does. And that's what we're doing spiritually with the Lord's money, man. We're adding more money unto it spiritually. Verse 9, but the wise, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. Verse 10, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. And that's the times we're coming to. The door of mercy is about to be shut. It's about to be shut down. The truth is about to be locked down to the point where if you don't have the oil or the truth of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're gonna be caught out there. You're gonna be fucked. Because when the Lord comes and you don't have that oil, he's not gonna oh it's okay, my son. He's not gonna do that. He's just gonna kill you and start over, man. You're gonna have to come back in the kingdom because you weren't wise. You weren't a wise virgin before the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You didn't take the oil. You didn't have that lamp burning. So what? You couldn't see in the dark. You couldn't have that to know the way to the path. And I got one more real quick if I can. This is Psalms 119 and what?
No, I thought you said grab right now.
This Psalms 119 and 5. The word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. So that's what that oil does, man. So it keeps that fuel burning so you can have that light to guide you in this truth, man.
In the darkness, because right now we're in the night.
Yeah,
right now it's dark.
Yeah, it said in the midnight too. So you need that lamp to burn so you can see in the night.
Because the scripture also said in Matthew's 25th chapter that there was a cry in the night, and the bridegroom cometh. And the door was open. So you need that oil to make it to that door, so that you can get in, and receive the salvation.
Yeah, that's all I
got. Any of you, Akim, got anything?
I got something.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 55 and 6, and it reads, "Seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." Because with this famine of the word coming, man, the prophets, we not going to be out there. And that's how you seek the Lord. And I got another precept to back that up. This is 1 Samuel chapter 9 and verse 9. And it reads, "Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the Lord, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer." So when us prophets not out there, like it says in the book of Amos, chapter 8, in verse 11 and 12 and 13, y'all people going to be fainting of thirst, the young virgins and the young men, because the prophets, we not going to be out there, man.
That's right. You got something? I think
This is First Thessalonians.
You can get yours out.
Okay. This is First Thessalonians chapter 5, starting with verse 1 at the top. "But at the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves,
Or just right now.
slacking. I'll just start out. This is First Thessalonians 5, starting with verse 1. "But at the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Another scripture to back up why the brother used the scriptures about the parables about the 10 virgins. Because these people are about to get caught when Yahushua makes his swift return. Verse 3, "For when they shall say peace and safety," in which these people, they are in that mindset of being in peace and safety, because they're not worried about what's going on in the geopolitical realm. They're not worried about how Esau, the so-called white man, is getting ready to make his martial law decrees and get ready to set up all these FEMA camps to be 100% activated and ready to push the masses to take the shit. They're not worried. You know, they're not in the mindset of us brothers and prophets that are out here reading these scriptures, meditating upon the precepts, and meditating upon the things that pertain to prophecies and Yahweh Shah. You know, this where I left off. Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come up upon them, as a travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So, you know, these people are going to be taken by storm when all these hails and calamities start to come upon them. But verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. You know, because we're upon our watch. You know, we're making sure that we don't get caught up in the things that are about to happen to this world. Like the brother had mentioned, these people are going to be asking questions. They're going to be pondering and wondering why these certain devastating events have overcame them and why they can't do nothing to get themselves out of it. Well, us, on the other hand, Lord's will, we will be able to survive because we believe and have the faith of Yahweh Shah. We can run into that strong tower and find peace and safety. You know, in the name of Yahweh Shah.
Can you
Right.
Luke 21:36? It goes right with what you just brought up.
This is Luke 21:36. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all those things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man.
God. Go ahead.
Okay, which is standing before Yahushua and not being looked at as a nigga.
Reprobate,
Yeah.
castaway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the spirit. Because I was thinking about grabbing, I think it was Revelation 16.
It's long.
On this.
Okay.
Okay, verse 37. And in that day, he was teaching in the temple, and at night he went.
Okay, go up to about 34.
Okay. Verse 34. Take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, and so that day come on you unawares. For as a snare shall it come, and a snare is a trap.
God, that's beautiful, right? Because it says, take heed lest that day come upon you in unawares. There's a lot of people that's not gonna know that this shit is about to pop off, but who's gonna be in the know? The ones that are watching.
That's right.
Who are the watchers? We're the watchers. We're the men of the Lord. Hey, like the scripture said, I have set watchmen upon thy walls of Jerusalem that shall not hold their peace day and night. We're constantly on the watch. And our duty as watchers are to warn the people. But these people ain't listening to our message. They're not heeding the trumpet that we're blowing to warn them that calamity and chaos is coming. They rather look at the fucking what was that award that just passed? The Grammys. They rather look at the Super Bowl than to watch the men of the Lord. So guess what? That day is going to take them in a snare. It's going to take them in unawares. Can somebody grab Ecclesiastes 9 and 12? Because what we mentioned earlier, there's a lot of death that's coming. God, there's a lot of death, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of catastrophe, there's a lot of calamity. People gonna be terrified. Have you ever seen somebody's head get blown open? And the Lord be preparing brothers' minds for things like that by allowing brothers to come across different videos like what's that? Best Gore.
Yeah.
You know, seeing somebody get ran over by a truck and they're testing splattered all over the ground. Seeing somebody get their neck chopped off. We're about to see things like this. We're about to see cannibalism, man. And all of this stuff is going to take people off guard. It's going to catch them off guard. Nobody knows when they're about to die, man. It's not like a warning goes off. It ain't your life ain't like your cell phone. When your battery gets low, it lets you know that you need to charge. Or you're about to die. Go ahead.
It's Ecclesiastes 9:12. For a man also knows not his time.
A man don't know his time. These people don't know their time. Although we're able to tell them that these things are about to happen, they're not listening to us. So guess what? They're going to be like a fucking deer strolling through a little forest, you know what I'm saying, and get caught in the fucking bear trap, man, or get picked off by a sniper. These people don't heed our warning, so who the fuck cares? They deserve death, man. Because if they listened to the man of the Lord, they would have repented and got themselves together. Go ahead.
As the fishes that are taken in an evil net,
God.
and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of man snared in an evil time.
God, and that time of martial law, that's a snare. That's a net right there. That a lot of Israelites are gonna get caught up in.
But time and chance happens. Wait, no, I skipped. When it falls suddenly upon them.
God, you can go ahead with your precept, bot.
God, this is real quick. This is Revelation 16:15. Behold, I come as a thief. And this is Yahushua speaking. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garment, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. You know, because we're on our watch. You know, the brother had made mention that people are not watching out for the sign, the times and the things that are about to perform. You know, but and it says, "Blessed is he that keepeth his garment." You know, that's the integrity. It's the understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and knowing the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, having that faith. And because these other people, they're walking around naked. You know, they're walking around in their sins and not even being in a repentant state of mind, not really for the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the real Israelites. They're not walking uprightly according to the ways that
they ain't keeping the word. Because this garment represents the truth. You know, the garment represents the truth.
That's pretty much it.
And I looked up trap. The definition, it says a device or enclosure designed to catch and retain animals, typically by allowing entrance but not exit.
God, and that's what these cities are going to be in the time of martial law.
Yeah.
You know, it's a trap for these fucking beastly ass 2/3. You know, they're going to get their beastly ass trapped inside of the city. You know, and there's going to be an entrance, but there ain't going to be no exit. Hey, the cities are going to be shut up, man.
Yeah.
That's what a trap is. And the Lord said, don't be.
But a nigga think a trap is a fucking abandoned house where you get the light cut on and he can put wood over the door and put a hole so he can sling his crack, you know, and his dope out of the hole of the door, you know, and be in a trap house writing rap music about how he's gonna get up out of the ghetto selling drugs, man.
Hey, Con, but that's spiritual. I call it the trap house. You know, he just said it's an entrance, but there is no exit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way out of that bitch but death. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the spirit, man. You know, but these people out here, man, they don't know the times that we enter, man. With this net neutrality thing coming up, man, that's a powerful sign, man. You know, the year of prophecy is setting things off, and it's only February, man. Well, it's about to be March now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord is popping things off early this year, man, making all of these things happen. And so these people don't understand what's coming to them. You know, net neutrality, mark of the beast, famine, martial law. You know, all of these things are coming to pass, as the scriptures have said. It says, not one of these shall fail, man. You know, I want to get Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, man. So that time of trouble, Jacob's trouble, gonna be a hell of a time, man. You know, they're gonna be getting tore up out here, man. People gonna be getting slaughtered left and right, losing arms, limbs, and bodies, babies and grandmas and grandfathers. It's gonna be all types of things going on, and even a lot of these things are gonna happen to the men of the Lord, like the brother was saying, man. But what does Psalms 116:15 say? Precious is the men of the Lord, and precious is the death of. Let me just get it, Salaki, so I don't ruin it. This is Psalms 116:15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints, man. You know, so those men who have to give up their lives for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is a righteous calling, man. And so at the time that's coming to this place, people have no clue, and they don't want to listen. They don't want to take heed to the words of the Lord, to take heed to the men of the Lord, been prophesying day in and day out, week in and week out. You know, having the apostles come off of that street, that the street that they've been on for a decade, man. That's a hell of a prophecy, man. And so when that net neutrality comes in, that collapses, all of these things that take place, then people are going to run and search and find and seek the truth at that point, man. But the Lord's going to seal up the doors, man, just like that ark, man. He's going to seal it up, man. And it's going to be the time for seeking after shelter is going to be too late, man. The shelter is the scriptures, man. The time is going to be sealed up. Let me just finish off Daniel 12. And it says, and at that time that people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And so the ones that are written in the book is the elect, man. Those 144,000 and that 1/3. You know, so those are the ones that's going to be delivered ultimately, man. And it says the elect shall scarcely be saved, brother. So all of these people that don't believe in this word, when all of these things come to pass, you know, and these damn peon Americans, man, they don't even watch the news at all, man. Even if you don't want to listen to the men of the Lord, they don't watch the news. All they want to, like you said, they want to watch the Grammys, all of that folly that they put on the TV, man. That's all they want to watch. They want to consume their minds with bullshit, you know. So when they actually hear truth, they get offended, you know. And Yahweh said, "Be not offended in me," you know. But in like Galatians, it says, "Because I tell you the truth, am I now your enemy?" These people look at us like we're their enemies. You know, when we showing our people the greatest love that they can find. But the Lord blinded them so they can be set up for that day of destruction, man.
That's
you know,
right.
But another brother can go.
I just got this real quick to back you up off of New York Post. This was a statement, I think, by Ajit Pai, the FCC chairman, which says, enjoy your last 2 months of unrestricted internet. I was just reading the first paragraph. It says the FCC has published its net neutrality rules repeal in the Federal Register, a process that spells the beginning of the end for free and open internet. Publishing the final notice of the repeal, which the FCC voted on last year, triggers a 60-day countdown until the rules are removed. All right, and this article came out on the 22nd. All right, so we're basically 50-some days away from the end of net neutrality, which is basically open and free internet. Which is back on what you're saying.
Kind of which they look at the internet as here it is in America, which first of all we're not you know, us Israelites, we're not citizens in this place, man. You know, so we don't have the rights that Esau has via the Constitution. You know, although they still allow us, which is through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that we have what's known as freedom of speech. You know, the Most High set that you know, that thing up, you know, so that we can push His word out. You know, the main place where the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai began to be preached was here in America. You know, name another town where Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans were able to openly, you know, express that the so-called white man is the devil. You know, and talk about him as bad as we did, you know. So it's the Most High's doing. But they look at the internet as being like a different, you know, for an example, as like a different land. You know, the Constitution doesn't apply, you know, via the internet. So you don't have the freedom of speech. You don't have that liberty. And this is what these devils are saying. So basically, you can't express yourself or via the internet the way that you could in person. So what they want to do is, and it's all because of us. It's not because of anybody else. I mean, who's on the internet that's a threat to the Rothschilds' rulership and their existence, man? Who's a threat to America, you know, or to Great Britain, or to any of these rulerships that are, you know, that are ran by Esau? Who's exposing these devils like we are? Who's bringing out the truth like we are? So we know that this net neutrality is not because of Alex Jones. It's not because of the Next News Network. It's because of the men of the Lord, man. Preferably Great Millstone, because we've been pushing this truth out there. And this truth is detrimental to this devil's rulership. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's the reason why he want to put, you know, the net neutrality into effect. It's to silence the prophets of the Lord. But you're too fucking late, man. The word has already went throughout the four corners of the world. Hey, can you grab that? Okay, Con, go ahead.
Has anybody got Matthew 24:14? Yeah.
Grab that.
Beautiful.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Okay, break it down.
You know, so how is this gospel? And shalom to you, Akim, we doing live stream with. But how is this gospel going to be spread? It's going to be spread in many ways. It's going to be going throughout the internet. You know, the unicorn.
That's right.
So if it's going to be spread through this device, it would make sense for Esau to make sure that he closes this device or limit it, or whether net neutrality or anything that he can do to stop it. You know, because this gospel being spread is his end. You know, you got the prophets, you know, that were before, you know, they prophesied the downfall of many kingdoms. And here we are prophesying the downfall of America. And this kingdom is going to be ended. And, you know, so this is the writings on the wall, like many tickle, you know, because this kingdom it's a wrap. And we out here prophesying, and it's every day somebody is waking up. Every day somebody tells one person tells two persons tell four persons, that four tell 16, that 16 tell 32. You know, this is like that river of living water that just keeps going and just going. You can't stop it.
Okay, that's right.
I got a precept real quick. This is Isaiah 34 and 7. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullock with the bull, and their land shall be what's that? Soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. So the unicorn, which is the internet, is gonna be taken out. It's gonna be put down. These devils are gonna put a lock on the unicorn, man, on the internet, on all the things that's being pushed out, everything that's being pushed out around the four corners of the earth, the word, how the devil's being revealed. That's what's gonna cause these devils to shut down this internet, man. And when that gets shut down, when this internet gets shut down, everything else is gonna happen, man. The mark of the beast, the streets being soaked with blood. That's what's soon to come.
Kind of for you Akim that are out there that don't know what the unicorn is and what the Akim mean by that analogy, the Bible speaks about the internet. You know, and the way that the internet works, you have satellites who beam a message to a feed horn, and that feed horn looks like a unicorn. You know, the word unicorn goes into the word one horn. Uni means one, and corn goes into horn. You know, so that's what the unicorn is. And the information goes from that unicorn through a fiber optics cable all the way to your computer. And basically, if you're sending information out, then it will be the reverse effect. It will go from your computer through the fiber optics cable to the unicorn, and from the unicorn all the way to the satellite, and from that satellite back down to another, feed horn to another person's computer. But basically, this is the scripture for it. This is Job 39:9. It says, will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide by thy crib? Which is talking about what I just explained. So the Bible speaks on the internet. There's another scripture that goes with that in Psalms, the 19th chapter, which talks about how pretty much the prophets will use this internet as a tool to push the word of Yahweh Shai throughout the four corners of the world.
This is Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of Yahweh, in the testament in the firmament shows his handiwork. And
the firmament shows his handiwork. These videos, video epistles that we're making. This is the handiwork of Yahweh Shai.
The day unto day utter speech, night unto night showeth knowledge.
So no matter what day or what time, no matter if it's daytime, no matter if it's nighttime, it utters knowledge. The knowledge that it's uttering is these videos that we're putting up on the web. Go on.
There's no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their word to the end of the world. In them have he set a tabernacle.
Romans 10:16.
For the son, which is bridegroom, coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to run a race.
And it says that there's no language where this word hasn't gone. There's no matter where these videos are played at. If a person doesn't speak English, all you have to do is just put on their subtitles. Yep. And those subtitles will translate what we're saying into their language, so they'll be able to get this. So, the word of Yahweh Shai, via the videos that we've been putting up on the web, the word has gotten throughout the four corners of the world. There's no people anywhere that can say that they haven't heard this word. I don't care if it's the remote part of Madagascar, man. They still heard the word, man. There's somebody over there in Madagascar, with a bamboo 12 tribes chart, that woke up, waking up people over there in Madagascar, man.
They got some fucking old school elders video on a floppy disk somewhere.
Hey, cool.
That is a good ass video. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good video, man. That's a good 12 tribes breakdown.
Can you grab that bubble?
Can I get this real quick? It is real quick. It goes off the firmament.
That's Second Ezra 6 chapter.
Yeah, Second Ezra 6:20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished. So this is how you know we're at the end. We're at the end of days. Then will I show these tokens. The book shall be open before the firmament, and they shall see all together. Mm-hmm. So it says when the world starts to vanish away, when at the end, because what's the scripture say? The earth languishes and fadeth away. So the same thing is in right here, because everything's being put to a close. Yahweh Shem Shai is starting to close everything up, man. This devil's rulership, the truth, everything's coming to a close. But Yahweh Shem Shai has to get this word out first. Yeah, you got it up.
This is Romans 10 and 16. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Elias said, Lord, who have believed our report?
Mm-hmm.
So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Lord. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. But I say, have they not heard?
Speak up, fucking.
Yes, verily. Their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. But I say,
God, it says that their sound has went throughout all the earth. The sound is our voice. And the words that we're speaking, you know, are pretty much these breakdowns. You know, speaking into our people who they are, telling the world who Esau is. You know, breaking down the fact that America is spiritually Babylon, spiritually Egypt. That the Most High is going to judge this place and all the wicked therein. You know, teaching the name of Yahweh, teaching the name of Yahweh Shai, so that when all of these things come to pass, they'll have the glory. Also teaching men, you know, that are Israelites, wherever they are, whether they're confused in the faces or not, that the only way for them to receive salvation is to repent and believe upon Yahweh Shai. You know, that's also our sound has went, you know, throughout the whole world. And our words into the end of the earth. How did that happen? It happened via the internet. But now the time is coming when the Most High, this thing is coming to an end, like the brother said, you know, because it fulfilled its purpose. The purpose was for this word to go unto the elect of the nation of Israel, so that they may be sealed up before the great destruction come. Before all of those judgments that will come in the end of the world, time of Jacob's trouble, famine of the word, the mark of the beast, and the Third World War, and the end all be all, those thermonuclear missiles, and the coming of the angels, because those thermonuclear missiles ain't just going to be the only thing that's causing destruction. It's going to be the angels of the Lord that's causing destruction as well. Yahweh Shai with them. Anybody got anything? Yakim got any precepts?
Yeah, I'm holding one for you.
Okay.
About two, actually, maybe three, I'm not sure. This is 2nd Ezra 7:18. It says, nevertheless, no, you know what, I'll start at 20. It says, for there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of Yahweh that is set before them, for Yahweh has given them straight commandments to such as came what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient to him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. But his law have they despised, and denied his covenants, and his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. So that's exactly like we were talking about, how these people gonna get jacked up, and, you know, because, you know, some of us might feel sorry for Jake to see them in that condition. It's like Ezra felt sorry for Jake, but the Most High said, look, I gave them the way, you know, by way of, you know, us, by you. You know, I'm out here y'all teach them the right way. They cast them to the side like it's a joke. So when you see them getting jacked up, like we were talking about earlier, you know, Apostle Kabar did a video dealing with, I can't remember the word exactly, but basically when you may not have certain fear of anything, but once you see somebody get judged, you may not be the one getting judged, but it'll actually affect you as well. You know, you might get scared. You know, you might say that you got faith, but then you see somebody in front of you heading up to the guillotine, get their head chopped off, and you might, you know, bug out or whatever. So it's gonna get that bad to where, you know, the Most High basically said, don't feel sorry for these people that get jacked up, okay? Because they denied the faith. I mean, they didn't listen. All right. And I got another one. We were talking about it. It's 2nd Ezra 16:21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Part of that famine is the famine of the word. Because the Most High, even Yahushua, basically prophesied that right when people think things is good, that's the perfect opportunity for the Most High to catch them off guard as a snare, as a trap. Like the brother read in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes. So that's when they're going to get caught off guard, you know.
Con.
And if I could say from a personal experience, like when this whole thing happened down here in St. Louis, like the first, you know, Mike Brown, what they call it the Ferguson effect, and even the one after that, you know, people couldn't go to work, stores are closed up, boarded up for like a week. And even at the job, you know, you had people pretending as if nothing was going on outside, you know, and in the back of their minds, they were just thinking, okay, in about 2 days or so, everything can calm down, everything go back to normal. And then I had to catch myself because I said, okay, what if it doesn't go back to normal? What if this is an everyday thing where you got people riding every day, stores boarded up, you may not get the food you need, you know? I said, if the Most High was to make this happen right now, hell, even I'd be caught off guard, you know? So the Most High can make that happen. Right when people think things are going to be great, it's the perfect time for him to just catch them off guard.
When they show peace and safety.
Yep. I want to squeeze this in real quick, because this applies to everything. This is Sirach chapter 11, verse 25. It's saying, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity. Verse 27, it says, the affliction of an hour maketh the man forget pleasure, and his end, his deeds shall be discovered. So exactly so, the affliction of an hour make men to forget prosperity. And that's true. You know, even if I like get sick or something, I'm like, damn, I want to go back to normal. I forgot how that feels to even breathe through my nose or whatever the case is, you know. So when they get caught off guard, and that's the only thing they're gonna be hoping, that everything will go back to normal, be peace. You know, they'll forget that they got, you know, all the riches, that they had power or, you know, status in the society. Now it's just gonna be, damn, how am I gonna survive? You know, so
that very same reason, that's the reason why individuals are going to take the mark of the beast.
Yep, God. In fact, before I hooked up with you brothers, I got off the phone with my mom, because I basically I warn her every now and then. But in her mind, she's a woman. I know she's just like, yeah, well, you know, whatever. You know, she's hoping that it's not going to happen. But I'm just telling her, you know, because she hears me. You know, I told her, you know, being in the medical field, you know, going to be one of the first ones to get the mark of the beast, because that's where they're going to start it, you know, and you got to, you know, have faith. And she was just saying how, like, well, they can't make me get it. I said, they ain't got to make you get it. They can just say, okay, well, you can't get paid, you know. I'm like, you can't clock in. We ain't forcing you, but really they are forcing you, because your back going to be against the wall. And I told you, I said, you're going to look at your daughter and your granddaughter, and you're going to be like, well, I got to do what I have to do to survive. The Most High will want me to do this. I'm like, no, the Most High is getting me ready now. You know, I just let her know piece by piece. You know, it's up to the Most High, really. But she's a woman, and I already know inwardly she's like, it's not going to happen in our lifetime. You know, Ezekiel 12 and 22, I believe. That's the mentality of these people. But yeah, they're going to get caught off guard, man. These people going to really get caught off guard, and this is going to hurt, you know.
Yeah, where a trap hurts.
When a animal or a bear gets trapped, when they out there, they just walking through the woods and shit, chilling. Yeah, mind their own business. They just that shit ain't fun for that animal. That's pain immediately rushing through their body, because for one, they don't know what the hell it is, and for two, it just hurt real bad, and they can't see it because the majority of the time under bushes and leaves and shit. So they're just freaking out trying to pull away, and it's just making the pain even worse. So yeah, that's those covert missions or plans that Esau has planned for our people. You know, which and he's doing it in secrecy. I want to say that's Psalms the 66th chapter that says, hide me. Can somebody grab that real fast? From the secret counsel of the wicked.
64 and 2.
Okay.
I got it. This is Isaiah 64 and 2. Hide me from the
Oh,
secret
Psalms.
counsel.
Read that. Read down on that. But before you grab that, hey, just because you mentioned about your mom, right? You know that she's gonna, take it. She's gonna look at the grandkids, and she's gonna say she got to do what she got to do. Well, remember, hey, the scripture says right here in Luke 17 and 32. Remember Lot's wife.
Hey, we're gonna do what we gotta do too, which is hope in the Lord.
God, that's right.
And these people, and this is why, like when I make my videos, I always say, but you got these Christians or these other groups that say, well, if the RFID microchip is, if it is mandatory, I'm gonna get it because I gotta do what I gotta do. Really, they already lost in that day. Here it is, the most. This is like what the Most High looking at. He's like, look, the hour of temptation ain't even here yet, and y'all already folded. Like because they know, even though in the back of their minds, they know Esau's gonna make this move. They know what we saying is true, but they want to avoid that, so they convince themselves that it's not a problem if I get it, because I got to do what I got to do. But they don't even understand that this is exactly what the Most High was preparing us for this whole time. It's not for you to just say, all right, I'm going to cop out, I'm just going to get it. That's when the Most High going to destroy you. And that's why these Christians are trying to push it as well, because when that RFID microchip do come, they're going to say, the Lord will want you to get it. He would want me to provide for my family, whatever the case is, and it's beautiful because what we're talking about, this is what the prophets should be doing, because you got these other groups who we talk about, the RFID isn't the mark of the beast or whatever. They just want to play, have fun. They always think, Jake never thinks it's a time to get serious. Everything's just always prosperity. Everything's going to be fine. There is no hour in temptation. Jacob's trouble, there is no Jacob's trouble. Everything's gonna be great. These people don't think that it's ever a time to get serious. And now is a time to get serious. In fact, when you read the scriptures, like I think during the time of Jeremiah, the Lord always had a problem with those prophets who always talked about peace and prosperity and prosperity. Most I like, wait, I didn't say that. What you doing going around spreading these lies for? Because Jake know what Jake wants to hear. When shit go rough, Jake want to hear things is gonna get better, prosperity, a change. They don't ever want to hear the truth because our people don't ever think it's time to get serious. And you even got other Israelites in that same spirit, so they're gonna get caught off guard as well. Or they justifying themselves and submitting to the devil and getting that RFID microchip. So they're gonna get caught off guard too, man. Jake don't ever think it's time to get serious. So. Y'all brothers got it.
We got this also 6 and 3. Yeah. This is Amos 6 and 3. He that put far away the evil day and cause the seat of violence to come near. Because Jake always been saying, like, I remember hearing that in the world. Oh, it won't be for another 40 years. Oh, I won't be here. Oh no, you gonna be here. You gonna most definitely be here. Mm-hmm. That's why this life is so prominent, man. This I was thinking about this earlier. That this life is so prominent because this is Lord willing. The during this lifetime, Yahweh Shai is gonna return, man. Mm-hmm. During our lifetime, the Lord is gonna return, man. Whether it be this year or next year, it ain't gonna be another generation, man. Yahweh Shai is gonna return in this lifetime. That's why it's so important. That's why it's like the way it is right now. People say it's been going on for generations. No, it's a different spirit during these times, man. This is the time that the Lord is going to return, man. Between 2018 could be that year. It ain't going to be another generation. We ain't making it to 3000 like they showed on Futurama. What Futurama was really supposed to be the 2000s. That's what it really was supposed to be.
Show the chariots coming, destroying everything when the time started to speed up.
It was really supposed to be that's why it only in that show it only made it to 2018. And Lord will this be that year, man. Not saying Futurama got it right. But Lord will it be this year, 2018, that the Lord come and destroy this place, man. And on that show it showed it, man.
And with the net neutrality, man, they really want to control us. And you might got people in the world that may find it ridiculous that they would actually do that just for us. But that's the truth. They really are doing that just for us because we're enemy. They claim that they want to attack all the groups that's against America, these anti-terrorist groups. What other reason do they have for shutting down the internet besides to claim us to be the Black Hebrew Israelites, to be a terrorist group, you know, and we should be shunned out, right? And we ought to be controlled, or the videos we push out, you know, that's part of the agenda. Hey, these people don't even know why time is speeding up. You know, you got people who are always talking about time is flying, but if you ever ask them, you know why time is flying? They don't know. The reason time is flying is for us. You know,
Okay.
that might be a fresh to them, but that's the truth for the sake of the elect. So yes, we know the so-called white man is trying to control the internet to stop this word from going.
God, they always tell you in school, high school, fly by.
God.
They don't tell you that that's in the scriptures. The reason time is flying so fast for the elect's sake.
God, this is Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, Salakia.
No,
I did not intercept your precept.
no, they got.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
God, for the elect's sake, if you Google if time is speeded up, it'll say it on Google that the time is going faster than what it really is, and that's because the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shad, the Lord wants this time to go by fast, because so the kingdom can come ultimately. Because if Esau had the time, if the Lord had it to the regular time that it's supposed to be at, and it wasn't sped up, this world would have been destroyed already. Because Esau is a damn madman. He would have killed everybody on the planet Earth.
Okay. Hey, I was meditating on the net neutrality thing, and I believe it serves a dual purpose. Yeah, they want to put a muzzle on the men of the Lord, but also, if you decrease the amount of traffic that's on the internet, you can use that data spectrum for something else. And we know that they want to implement this RFID microchipping system, as well as that biometric system, you know, which is going to require, you know, that internet traffic, you know. So I believe through the spirit that it serves a dual purpose for Esau. You know, and the mark of the beast, according to if you're new and you're tuning in, the mark of the beast, according to Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That mark, according to the word mark in this particular verse, the word there is karagma, which means a thing inserted. Now, this isn't, the mark of the beast isn't Christianity. If the mark of the beast is Christianity, well, hell, you know, over 85% of the people in the world is going to perish, you know, because that's one of the main religions on the planet Earth. There's not going to be any elect saved, because the majority of us, before we came into this truth, what did we deal with? Christianity. It's not an embargo. It's not only dealing with big business, dealing with nations, and nations being cut off from being able to trade with each other. You know, that's happening right now. You know, and if it was that, then why according to the book of Revelations, you're gonna have nations that are standing afar off mourning? You know, wouldn't they be destroyed as well? Because they took the mark of the beast through an embargo. But that mark is dealing with the RFID chip, a radio frequency identification chip, which Esau wants to insert inside of you. And you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have that mark. You won't be able to go to work like the brother was describing earlier. You won't be able to receive your pay unless you have that mark of the beast. You know, which with that mark of the beast, you are able to buy. There's a new RFID chip that has more memory on it, and with that RFID chip, they're able to put Bitcoin or Ripple or cryptocurrency on it, which allows you to buy or sell. You know that marketed beast is the RFID chip. You know, there's nothing else that fits it more than the RFID chip. Kind. Akim got anything else? If not, we can just get some closing scriptures to close up.
Khan, I got some. Go ahead, bro. This is Ecclesiasticus, also Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 7, and it reads, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord Yahweh, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance." So kind of we don't want to put off from day to day, you know, and get caught slipping, because like in St. Matthew's chapter 24 and verse 36, it says, "But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father Yahweh only." So yeah, we don't want to get caught slipping out here, man, bullshitting and playing, man, because that day is coming. And jumping down to verse 44, it reads, "Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man, which is Yahushua, cometh." So Yahushua is most definitely coming, man, and we don't know. So we don't want to be out here playing.
That's right. Because the key word in there was suddenly.
Con.
You know, which means in unawares. It's unexpected. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
That suddenly, man, like I said, that suddenly, you know, if more riots happen, the Most High can just have it to where that your state of being at that point, which is, you know, to hurry up and get ice, or, you know, preserving your food. That might be a daily thing. You know, things may not go back to normal. You know, but this is Isaiah 65 verse 13. Now I start at 12. It says, "Therefore will I number you to the sword." He's talking about the Israelites that don't listen. "And ye shall all bow down to slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did not choose that wherein I delighted, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh, Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy, but ye shall cry for sorrow, and shall howl for vexation of spirit." So exactly. So when the time comes, like we read earlier about Wedge, we pray that the Lord work those same miracles with us as well. You know, if not better miracles. You know, because part of that faith is to understand that in that day, that's when the Lord is going to fight for us. That's when He's going to fulfill His promise to fight for us, to protect those the ones that are meant to, you know, escape death, to see the Lord's coming. But at the same time, you're going to have martyrs for this truth. So you just got to be prepared either way. You know, you got to examine the men before you, the ancient world, who were about to be put to death or were put to death for this truth. You know, how they hated their lives anyway, and how they found it, you know, worthy to be, you know, put to death for this thing. And then also you got to have that faith that the Lord will, you know, provide you for that food or that drink that you may have. Like I said, you might go 2 days or so without eating or drinking. You might be prone to the faint. You might come across some bread or something, and, you know, bless it and eat it. It might be full. You know, the Most High may work miracles greater than before, you know, in those days. And I want to read this real quick. That's all right. This is Sirach 11, back at 11, 26. It says, "What is an easy thing unto the Lord? It is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways." So it's easy for the Most High to do that. So it's part of being in the truth is to conquer their fear of death. I mean, none of us wants to die, but we understand that the Most High has power over life and death, and that, you know, Lord willing, we might be resurrected in that time. So hey, this net neutrality is definitely a big start, for the famine of the word, which is going to pop off, the other major problems. That's all I got.
I gotta close one too, brother. This is John 12:35. Then Yahushua said unto them, Yet a little while is the light with you. Walk while ye have the light, lest darkness come upon you. For he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth. All right, so Yahushua is our light, man. And these scriptures are our light. And so, just like Yahushua was with the disciples, man, he sent the Comforter, these scriptures again, to be our light throughout these times of darkness. And those that have not Yahushua, they're in the state of utter darkness, man. And it says, while ye have the light, believe in the light, that ye may be children of light. All right, and the men of the Lord, the elect are the only ones that have the light, that believe in the light, and that believe in the Heavenly Father. And it said, these things spake Yahushua and departed and did hide himself from them. All right, so we got this light, we have this understanding, we have these scriptures to try to not be in this time of darkness, especially ones that are coming upon the heathen and the 2/3, man. Where a lot of us are going to be facing some tumultuous times, man, some difficult times. But the Lord, Lord willing, we're going to constantly pray. We're fasting. We're going to constantly keep his words and his scriptures on high, lifting up that standard, lifting up that banner, so that we can try to avoid some of these things, Lord willing, man. So that's all I got. Shalom, brothers. Go ahead.
I got. Go ahead. You got it.
This is Proverbs 3 and 25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the destruction of the wicked when it cometh. The Lord Yahweh shall be thy foot from being taken. Yahweh is going to protect us in these times to come, and we have to have faith in that. We have to believe that the Lord is going to be with us, because if we don't believe it, what's the point of being in His truth? You don't believe the Lord's going to protect you, and you let your sins basically bug you out. What's the point of being in His truth? That's why, in Ezra says, "Let not your sins weigh you down." Because if you let them sins completely destroy you and think, "Oh, the Lord's just going to kill me anyways," then what's the point of you being in this thing? Are we in this thing in the hopes of salvation?
God, that's niggas that think that. They were like, well, I'm part of the elect already. What's the point of me doing the work? Or they'll say, I'm going to be in the kingdom anyway. So what the hell I need to go out and preach for? If I'm of the 2/3 and I die on this side, I'm just come back anyway. So what's the point? Come on, man. Hell yeah. You don't want to go through that pain or that torment. All right. I guess we can close out on this one. This is Isaiah 24:10. It says, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up and no man may come in. The city of confusion is what? It's America. America is known as Babylon. What does Babylon mean? It means confusion. It says every house is shut up. What is that? That's that martial law. It says that no man may come in. It says there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened, and mirth of the land is gone. Because this is a careless country. Everybody just has a carefree spirit. They have that gay spirit, that do as thou wilt, that just have fun spirit, that wake up and just be as the wind and go wherever you want and do whatever you want to do. And everything is about having fun, which I think the word for fun is in Spanish. I think is the divermente or something like that, which means to divert. Your mind ain't on what it's supposed to be on. You got niggas that just wake up every day just to play 2K. Niggas wake up every day just to smoke a blunt.
Yeah.
Literally, they
I know.
do that. Like a nigga can't live without a blunt, man. If they don't have a blunt and if they can't play 2K, then their life is ending.
Wanting 2K, that's
God, listening to music, you got people that are out there that just can't go without party. Every day has to be a party, man. Every day has to be Friday. They gotta sip a drink. They gotta listen to some music, play some music, invite some friends over. But the scripture says there's a crying for wine in the streets. The crying for wine represents this truth. They're going to be crying desperately for this truth. They're going to be crying desperately for answers, wanting to know what the hell is going on. But it's not going to be any answers given up to them. It says all joy is darkened. You're going to have people with sad countenances. These people that once were happy, walking past camp, smiling with a dumbass look on their face because they seen men in garments mocking us.
God.
Their joy is you're going to see them same people, their joy is going to be darkened. They're going to have a stupid look on their face, a surprised look. How this happened to me? Blood dripping all down their face. Looking like zombies. You ever seen somebody that was so petrified or just saw something that was so gruesome that it's like all life just left them, man. That's how they're going to look. It says the mirth of the land is gone, and the city is left desolation. The gate is smitten with destruction. You know? So this net neutrality thing is a real deal. You know? And we're looking forward to April to see if they really enforce this thing because we want them to do it. You know, just so that we can see the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua coming to fruition. So that we can see all of these people looking for answers and scrambling like roaches when the lights come on. So that we can get the fuck up out of here, man. We want to be out of this place yesterday. We don't want to be in America no more, man. Being vexed, being in, like the brother said, this bugged out ass place. You know, the scripture talks about how the Most High is preaching unto these people through the foolishness of the prophets. It's foolish for us to have to preach unto the people that the Most High exists. When you should just know that the Most High exists through intelligent design. Like the apostles were bringing out on their live stream. You should be able to look at the sun, the moon, and the stars and to know that the Most High exists. Matter of fact, you should look at us as a sign and know that the Most High exists. We ain't just out there on the highways and hedges for no reason. We ain't just uploading these videos to the internet for no reason. We're doing it because we were compelled. Like it says in the book of Job, there's a spirit from the Most High that gives inspiration, man. We were inspired because the Holy Spirit came upon us. Like Revelations, the 11th chapter, which says that the 3 days and a half, the Spirit of the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them. Esau is fucking afraid. That's the reason why he wants to shut down the internet. He thinks that if he can silence the prophets and make an insurrection against the prophets, then he can stop his kingdom from going down. But you can't stop your kingdom from going down. The Most High has numbered you, man. Like the brother brought out early. Mene, Tekel. You know? So with that, the water Yahweh Shai for allowing us to come together in unity to glorify the names of Yahweh Shai and speak of prophecy. The water Yahweh Shai for allowing us to do another video, you know, through the Spirit. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
All praises, honor, and glory be to Yahweh,
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai,
Baha Kodash Rakah, Baha Rakah Kodash. You know? All praises, honor, and glory be to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. A ball. You know? And Kwam Bakiyam.
Kwam Bakiyam.
Shalom.
Shalom, Makim.